Good. Well, let's call this meeting to order. This is an emergency meeting of July 2nd at 4 p.m. We need to establish a quorum. Commissioner Chuck, are you here with us?
Present.
Okay. I'm Commissioner Miller. I am present too. That establishes a quorum. All right. So, well, the matter before us is authorizing emergency procurement for the septic repairs at the Lincoln County Courthouse and delegating authority to Mike Kopp to sign an emergency procurement authorization form. It doesn't look like we have a whole lot of attendees here at our meeting, but we have the necessary participants. I believe facilities manager Mike Kopp is with us. Mike, could you maybe talk about, maybe back up just a tad about when you first identified the problem and then when it became catastrophic?
Commissioner Miller, could I have a second first?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Assistant County Counsel Brian Gardner, please take it away.
Thanks, Commissioner Miller. So Assistant County Counsel Brian Gardner. So first, as you stated, this was an emergency, set as an emergency meeting, and I just want to establish a little bit about that. This is pursuant to ORS 192640, which authorizes the BOC. In case of an actual emergency, meeting can be held upon such notice as is appropriate to the circumstances. And the minutes or the recording of this meeting shall describe the emergency justifying less than 24 hours notice. So I want to make sure we establish that first. And just to let you know, under the statutes, an emergency is defined as circumstances that could have not been reasonably foreseen and create a substantial risk of loss, damage, or interruption of services or a threat to property, public health, or safety. And that's provided in ORS 279A.010. And as you can tell from the reading of the document, this has to do with failing of a sewer line. Basically, I'll just put it bluntly, that facilities became aware of, and due to that fact and the issues with having a blocked sewer line for pretty much all of the north drains, sink and toilet drains for the courthouse on all three levels, and that the issues of creating potential backup and other problems of having to have the water off, that it is my opinion, and I'd ask you to find such an emergency that it could not have been reasonably foreseen, and it does create a substantial risk of interruption of services, and Mr. Kopp can explain that, as well as a threat to property, public health, or safety. And I would also add to that, it's not just interruption of services, but it could actually be access to essential government services for people if there's not an availability of restrooms to the public, which I don't think there would be any on the third floor, public restrooms, and very limited otherwise access throughout the whole building. But with that, I'd ask if you would, so if you so agree with that, that it is an emergency under those definitions, then I'd ask you to, then you go forward and ask Facilities Director Kopp, Facilities Manager Mike Kopp, about the background of it.
Council Gardner, do we need to make a motion though, or is that just enough that we
No, I would just, because there's just two of you, I would like just kind of an affirmation that you agree that it seems like an emergency.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And if you need me to make a motion, I'll make that motion.
No, just so I just want to make sure
All right,
that
thank you.
that's been considered.
Yeah, no, Council Gardner, thank you so much for providing that context. And I am with Commissioner Chuck. I think, we've met the thresholds. It's absolutely pertinent that we do this. And so, yeah, Mike, if you have anything to add, that would be great.
I have nothing really to add other than the fact that I really appreciate you guys taking your time to meet and to make this decision so that we can move forward as quickly as possible and return services to the courthouse.
If you wouldn't mind, Commissioner Miller, I could ask a couple quick questions just to fill in blanks for the
Yeah,
for the
yeah, go
structure.
ahead. Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
Council Gardner, do it.
Mr. Kopp, basically because of this issue, did you have to turn off water to that side or turn off the facilities to that side of the courthouse?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And is that because it would create some backup based on where the damage is happening to the pipe?
That is correct. It'll back up into the first floor, and that not only causes a slip issue, but it causes a potential biohazard issue because of the type of product leaving the drain.
And so based on that, did you have the line, for lack of a better term, imaged to find out where the issue was?
Correct. Yes. After trying to clear the line failed, we had it imaged, and it was determined that the line had a dip in it, which is causing a place for particulates to rest, and then a Y fitting that is damaged, causing a lip, so that when you have a backup, it backs up quickly and aggressively.
And is that so I think in the packet, I think it'd probably be the third page um, that has the image. So if you're looking at that just the way it is, oh, we got turned. Okay. So now it's oriented. That's north is the top of the page. And so you can see the entrance, the employee entrance is where that lines are on the right part of the page. And so it's basically straight through the building. Where that green box is, that's the area that would need to be trenched, I take it, Mike?
That is correct.
And the place where the red box is inside of that is probably the Y.
That is where we believed and where we were able to locate the Y through a camera and location device.
Okay. And uh, so basically what I would want the commissioners to know as well is so that this isn't a issue of like authority that Mike would have or AJ to sign this amount because we don't know the exact amount, but the issue is that we don't have enough time to go through the normal procurement process. And so the main issue really for Mike to address here was availability to get this work done quickly so that the courthouse could be fully used. And so based on that, we couldn't comply with a normal procurement of like securing three bids or a situation like that. Again, we don't know how much it would be or even like doing an RFP. But based on this type of this area and what's going to what it would entail, because I do not anticipate it being over the threshold that AJ couldn't sign for himself or authorize Mike to. But the issue is they just can't get the bids because, to be honest, nobody's answering the phone because of the holiday weekend. And I'm guessing that's at least part of it, anyways. And we need to get this done as quickly as possible. So basically, what you would be authorizing here is for Mike to use his best judgment in getting somebody who is available to do the work as quickly as possible, and to try to look out for the county's best interests in that pricing with regards to, you know, the equipment, what needs to be done, the trenching of that area, and the materials, the time and materials, basically for the pipe. I believe that Mike has been able to uh, get somebody on the hook, anyways, for tomorrow, it sounds like. So, uh, again, there's no promises that everything will be fixed and great, but we're optimistic of that. But in order to do that, we do need to, we would be asking that you authorize Mike to uh, uh, forego the normal procurement process with the understanding that, well, it's not, it basically, I would call it authorizing limited competition by requesting, again, the main issue is availability of contractors and then trying to make sure that we get the best prices for the county as we can in order to get the plumbing fixed in a timely fashion. And hopefully, again, before Monday, which because of the holiday weekend is probably going to be a busy court day.
Council Gardner, question. I don't see the language in front of me now, but I did look at it earlier. Are we left with the latitude we need then for any other unforeseen aspects of this work as we move forward?
So more or less, if you authorize this, Mike will be using his best judgment. I've told Mike I'm going to be available tomorrow as well, in case stuff comes up and we need to address something
Okay.
more. This will authorize Mike to basically act in what he sees as his best judgment in making sure we have a functioning building.
Got you. Okay, great. Yeah, just want to be sure he can do whatever he needs to do or needs to authorize, as we just move forwards. Um, Hey, Council Gardner, Mr. Kopp, just a question for anybody entering the building now, or as we move into tomorrow, will they be navigating anything differently, or is the primary areas to be excavated or fenced off outside of normal pathways and walkways? Or
There might be some limited public walkway access between the jail and the courthouse for the time being, because that's the general area where we're going to be excavating. I will be on site from start to finish on this project because I
Okay.
think it's extremely important that the county has eyes on this project at all times.
Okay.
But I don't see any real issues specifically because the courthouse is closed, and that's actually,
Okay.
I believe, a plus in our favor,
Right.
especially navigating public safety.
Okay, sounds great. Appreciate everybody jumping on this so quickly. Commissioner Chuck, anything else for you or?
Yeah,
Then
so yes, actually, Mike, thank you. I talked with you the other day and I talked with you today about it. And, I've dealt with some of these infrastructure problems and I just want to say you made the prudent decision, the correct decision going forward to address this issue. And when you said there was a dip in the line and at the depth of that it's at, so no, we needed to get this done as soon as possible. So thank you for being on top of this, and commend you for taking such quick action and getting us together. So thank you, Mike.
You're muted, Casey. Commissioner Miller.
thank you, Commissioner Chuck. Yeah, I know I believe, I saw Commissioner Chuck earlier here at the fair as well. So we're around. Yeah, gratitude too for everybody. It's very thorough and Council Gardner, unless there's anything else, should we jump into a motion or?
I don't think there shouldn't be anything else. If and when there is, we'll get it back before you at an appropriate time. Hopefully not another emergency, but you never know when it comes to plumbing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Commissioner Chuck, you want to take a motion, or unless Council Gardner recommends we read the entire declaration here or authorization?
No, you don't need to read the whole thing. I would just ask a motion approving the order that's been provided in the agenda.
Okay, I move that we approve the order provided in the agenda regarding the matter of authorizing the emergency procurement for the septic repairs at the Linn County Courthouse and delegating authority to Mike Kopp to sign an emergency procurement authorization form.
All right. And I will second that motion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passes. We appreciate all of you. Great work. Yeah, keep us posted. And it is, well, I don't see the exact time on my phones. Can somebody tell
4:14,
me?
Commissioner.
All right, at 4:14, unless there's anything else, then we are adjourned.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.